Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Stop and Solve, the show where we see people's stumbling blocks and find solutions in order to put an end to the complication. Our guests are Ian Rivera Cruz, ID number 594539, Alejandro Cavazos Pequeño, ID number 594649, and Rodrigo de la Rosa Guzmán, ID number 594033. These fine gentlemen are in the pop engineer and were assigned the sport of pole vault, which, although isn't that relevant as soccer, basketball, and baseball, is a sport that, when performed correctly and looked at with the right attention, and becomes something unforgettable to the human eye. Now, please welcome Ian, Alejandro, and Rodrigo.
Hey, thanks for having us on the show. As you just mentioned, pole vault is a graceful sport. I would even call it poetry in motion. But we always have to be conscious that accidents are always present and happen when least expected. Take a look at some of the catastrophes that have occurred while people pole vaulted. I know, folks, these are some gruesome injuries with terrible and tragic outcomes.
As you can see, most of the problems that occurred while the video was playing were the pole breaking and the jumper getting hit in their private area or damaging their rear end with the pole when going down. Though these injuries may not seem quite horrifying. We look at videos and interviews with some athletes that have had similar incidents to the ones previously shown. They mentioned that the accident made them abandon the competition and needed rehab in order to restore the damaged area.
But don't worry, folks. My coworkers and I have come up with a brand new, never seen before poll. Maybe you're asking yourselves how we came up with this idea. This is how. Send the vaulting team to the meeting to adjust the security of pole vaulting. Our team has already some ideas that can solve the main problem in this sport. Due to technical problems from one of our coworkers, he isn't able to be here with us. But that won't stop us from trying to improve this sport.
Hi Alejandro, and yes, my team has also gathered some ideas to make this sport safer. I would like your team to share their ideas first. I don't know if that is a problem.
Not a problem. We were looking at the problem, we saw that athletes were injured whether by the pole or falling awkwardly. We came up with an idea of creating new gears that protect the full body in order to assure the safety of the figure and wouldn't affect their journey when jumping.
No, I don't think that's a good idea. What if this equipment limits the movement of the athlete while preparing for his jump? I think our idea is way better than yours. I'll explain you. We came up with a parachute that will prevent the athlete from falling so fast, and this will prevent possible deaths. I think that that's a greater idea.
I don't think that a parachute is a practical thing for the athlete because it is not like they are going to jump like 25 meters or more like for a parachute to be needed. So what if the possible solution is changing the material of the pole so in case they are doing they are going to get hit, they don't get injured that bad. What do you think of this?
What? You want to make the pool even more expensive? No, no, you are going to make the sport a non-profit business. Perhaps putting more mattresses under the main mattress will make the athletes fall much smoother and that will leave fewer injuries.
Even thinking? We're not going to make this sport a kid-based one. We should just create a pole that decreases its size by the use of a sensor when let go of it. Make the pole much easier to travel with, and thanks to this, we can include new materials which will cause the sport to be safer. Who am I kidding? This is the best idea we can easily have.
What? Are
Yeah,
you
I think
kidding?
that's
That's
okay.
not a
Nah,
great
that's not
idea.
really the best
No,
idea.
that's
Yeah,
not.
that's a
Definitely
great
not.
I
Calm
don't
down,
idea.
calm
think
down.
it
Yeah,
matters
No,
that
you will
much.
make
yours is
it
not
cost
like
more.
better.
Are you
Calm
kidding?
down.
Well, look, I don't think even don't even think about it. We're not going to buy Disney stores to use them as poles. Why not change them? the mattress for a pool. That will make the sport much more attractive and it will increase the tickets by 100% to see people diving. I think that this is
Yeah,
better.
Yes,
No,
that's a
this is
great
this is
idea.
you
better.
taking this
That's
meeting
a
serious
really
today?
good
No, no,
idea.
no,
Nah,
no.
that's the worst idea.
This is the best one.
Nah, I
Yes,
don't think
by
so.
far, by
No,
far
no,
it
no,
is.
no, 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 no.
Silence, silence, please.
No, 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 no. I told you, Cavazos, this team will not have the same idea as us. They won't support us. They just deny each idea we have. We should just make our own meeting without these people. We should leave.
Yeah, you should leave. Thanks for saying that. You should leave. Thanks for not saying.
That's how we came up with this idea. Would you like to see it? Okay, thanks to the USPA and their contribution, our product not only reduces injuries, but ensures the safety of the athlete when letting go of the pole. This pole is made out of special solidified and molecular model rubber, which was synthesized in the best laboratories within Switzerland. It also contains a sensor which allows the pole to contract and to not disturb the athlete by falling on its path when they're going down to the mattress.
After creating this amazing product, we came up with our slogan and logo. Be safe without negatives in your base and take the challenge to change the future of the sport, which basically incarnates our desire to further improve the safety aspects and the fundamental processes that each sport encompasses. We are motivated to eliminate all the hazards and we can address within the sports that we are all passionate about.
As we were coming up with ways to have the best pole, there were some attempted failures. For instance, the most common error was the pole not being strong enough when breaking or even not flexing, avoiding the athlete making the jump. In the end, we believe we came up with the best solution possible. An assumption we as a team had was that our product will reduce the number of accidents and will make the athletes feel safer due to the results.
After having athletes test our prototype, they were quite happy with the outcome. It's an unbelievable creation, and I'm sure this will improve the safety of the sport we practice, they said. This poll is amazing. Definitely, this will make our sport better, said Diego Cavazos. As a mom, having my child practice pole vault with this new prototype makes me feel so much safer than before, said Gabriela Guzman.
In conclusion, we think that the addition of our new pole to the sport is going to be a positive change for the better good. So the athletes that practice the sport feel safer, and maybe this could make people get more interested in the game. So for this one to become more important.
Thank you.